right, so how would you say I am well? Well, a man would say, Ana iwan tawa. Ana iwan tawa. A female would say, Ana iwan tota. Okay. Ana iwan tota. If you're speaking to a man and you wanted to say you are well, ayat iwat tawa. Ayat iwat tawa. You are well to a female, ayat iwat tota. Ayat iwat tota. He is well, au ila tawa. Au ila tawa. And she is well, ai ila tota. Ai ila tota. All right, we are well. Achni wachtawe. Achni wachtawe. Okay. You are well. Achtun Achtun iuton tawe. Achton iuton tawe. And then finally, they are well. Ani ila tawe. Ani ila tawe. And there you go. So that's our review. And so now we've got a whole bunch of new words to learn. And this is the new material for this lesson. Okay. And thanks everybody for hitting the likes. We're up to 5. Keep hitting that like button, please. Really appreciate it. Okay, likes are for free. All right, so what I did here is I chose this time a number of words in Chaldean or Syrian or Neo-Aramaic, whatever you prefer to call it, that resemble or have cognates in Hebrew. Maybe in the next vocabulary Maybe in the next vocabulary builder, I will focus on words that have cognates in Arabic. Okay. All right. But for now, just here's some cognates in Hebrew as well. So the first word, let's read the letters. Okay. So we have Alep, Alep, Yod, Yod. Okay. And then, oh, wait a second. We haven't seen the letter D before, right? And that's what it's going to look like. Very easy to confuse with Kap. Okay. Okay. Very easy to confuse with Kap. But notice it does not connect. Kap always connects to what follows. Okay. This doesn't. So we get Idha A. So that you have the letter A there, and then a final alep. So the word is idha'a. Idha'a. Okay. All right. And the corresponding Hebrew form is yadi'ah, which means knowing. Comes from the verb yada, if you're either a modern Hebrew or biblical Hebrew student. Okay. All right. So yadi'ah. All right. Next, see if you can figure out what letters we have there in this one here. I got to take this stack of books down. I bring out so many books when I'm doing these broadcasts, and I have them stacked so high. I'm afraid they're just going to collapse on top of everything. All right, that's a little better anyway. All right, okay, and so. All right. So this word is eth. Eth. Notice the tau at the end has a dot beneath it to indicate that it's spirantized. Okay. Eth. And it means there is. There is. Now, the cognate in Hebrew is yesh. Yesh. Yud shin. Which means there is. These are existential particles. Existential particles. Okay. Thanks for the likes, guys. Really appreciate it. We're up to 6. All right. So yesh means there is. We've learned that in our modern Hebrew course that we've been working on, chipping away at. In Aramaic, it's eth. So one of the things that I want to point out is that many times, not all the time, but many times when we have a shin in Hebrew, it will show up in Aramaic as the letter tau. Okay. So yesh in Hebrew, eth in Aramaic. Okay. All right. Next, the word for God. This is an interesting one. Okay? So in Chaldean, it's Allaha. Allaha. Okay? Allaha. So reading right to left, we have Alep, Lemeth, Hey, Alep. Allaha. Okay? Which is God. This corresponds most closely to the Hebrew word Eloah. Eloah, Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Hey, which is the least common form for God of, well, a less common form, I should say. It's much more common, far and away, to have either El, or Elohim. Eloah is in the Hebrew lexicon, though. In fact, I'm going to bring this up just to... Yep. So here's the form. So there's the word, the Hebrew word Eloah. Let me make this a little bigger. It's probably hard to read there. Okay. So we have the Hebrew word Eloah, and notice that Elohim, El are listed by there. So Eloah occurs about 60 times in the Hebrew Bible. Notice you see it in Deuteronomy 32, which is interesting. All right, and they give you examples, various examples here. But then it gives you the Aramaic hypothetical form, Ilah. Oh, geez, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Let's go back again. Sorry. There's no back button on this. That's one thing I don't like about it. All right, so the Aramaic form Ilah, okay, which is a hypothetical form. That's what the asterisk indicates here. Okay, and mentioned in biblical Aramaic. You see it in cuneiform as Eluha sometimes, Ilahi, okay, etc., etc. We see it in Ugaritic and Arabic, Ilah. So, you get the word Allah in Arabic, but the basic form for just a god is Ilah, which corresponds to the Hebrew Eloah, which, and let me make this disappear, corresponds to the Chaldean form Allaha. Okay? There's nothing uniquely Islamic about this term. In fact, Christians were calling God, Allah, okay, and Allaha long before Islam. Okay, long before Islam. So, yeah, not a uniquely Arabic word. Okay, so there you go. There's another cognate. Okay. The word for English, we haven't learned some of these letters yet, so I'm not going to get into those yet. We'll just look at the transliteration for now. But it's Inglesaya, which is a word for English. And in modern Hebrew, English is Anglit. So Inglesaya, Anglit. Okay. All right, next, Syriac, which is how Chaldean is actually referred to. Okay, Surath. Okay. Now, you'll notice here in the Hebrew column, okay, that I've put Surit and Ashurit, which are two different terms, okay? Surit and Ashurit. One is for Syriac. The other one is Assyrian. And you might say, well, yeah, Chaldean is really a form of the Syriac language and is called Surath, which looks more like Syriac. But notice how it's actually spelled in Chaldean. Okay, we have, we haven't learned the cognate letter for Samech in Chaldean yet, but that's going to make an S sound. Then we get U, so far we have Su. This, we haven't learned this yet. This is going to be the cognate letter to Resh in Hebrew. Okay, Surah, and then we get the th sound. Okay, but what's this first letter here that's silent? It's the Alep, just like in the word Assyrian, Ashurit. And so it's said Surath, but there is a silent Alep there, in the spelling of the word, which is interesting. Okay. All right, next, the word for father, Baba. Baba, that's easy. Beth Alep. Baba. Okay. Which corresponds to the Hebrew word Abba, which, oh, by the way, is not really Hebrew.